Hello everyone, and welcome to another CentreStack tutorial. Today I'm going to look at how to integrate Active Directory into CentreStack. Pretty simple. What we'll do first is log in as a tenant administrator. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to go up and I'm going to click the Management Console icon. And I'm going to go down and click Local Active Directory Settings. And now I need to hit the Edit button on the top right side, which gives me access to the settings. I'm going to enable Active Directory integration. And then I'm going to type in my local server. This could be an IP address or a domain. I'm going to put the administrator information in, the credentials, so that I can log into that server and get access to the Active Directory. So I hit apply, and now I'm going to open up my side menu, go down to User Manager, and on the top right you'll see a little plus sign there. I'm going to hit that to create or migrate a user. And now in here I'm going to hit the CStack local. That is my Active Directory server. And I've created a group of users just for this test, test 1, test 2, and test 3 users. So I'm going to make sure those are checked and then hit continue. This could be 1,000 users, it could be 1. Okay, I'm going to basically send a welcome email. You don't have to do that obviously in a test. Now I'm going to see my shared folders. I'm going to go ahead and give read and write access to those shared folders here. And there's my 3 users that I just added. See how simple that is? Okay, now I'm going to just click one of them, and now I can manage that user. I could do this individually and give them different controls, different settings, different authority. So here I am in the user account information. I can give them a photo, edit their name and some other settings. I can look at groups, see what they belong to, the team folders. I can add notifications for when they modify these folders. I can go to their storage setting. I can alter it so that it's no longer unlimited. I could limit them to a certain amount of space. I'm going to cancel that. As you can see, there are other things that you can adjust here. I don't have time to go into that, but there's other variables that you can alter. And now we'll look at roles. Now you notice there's nothing here. Okay, and we'll check out the other tabs. There's devices, and nothing there. Shared objects, nothing. Tokens, nothing. Okay, not a lot has been done yet. Now that pretty much covers it as far as integrating users from Active Directory. But just because I haven't used much time here, I'll go into what happens when you want to create a role for one of these users. Maybe you want to turn management of some of your server functions over to them. You can do that. So I'm going to convert one of my users to native user. That just lets them log into CentreStack rather than having to log in from or use it from a Windows machine. Okay, so notice there are no roles under this user. I'm going to go to Role Manager, and now I'm going to create a role. So there's lots of things you can enable here. So let's give this role a name. Let's call it Manager. Okay, and then I'm going to decide what this manager role can do. So I'm going to accelerate the video a little bit here and just turn on pretty much everything except for group policy. I'm going to just set to view, and I'm not going to allow them to add, edit, or delete policies. Active Directory settings. I'm going to let them view that, but I'm not going to let them change it. And then everything else I'll just turn on for them. Okay, so I'm going to hit apply. Now I've created the manager role, and I could create several other roles if I want different abilities. And I'm going to go to my user and going to manage that user, and then go to roles. And now I've got manager available there because I've created a role. So I'm going to say this user can use that. Now you notice it's not checked. That's a error in the video compression. It just ignored my check mark, but there is a check mark there on my screen. And then I went to another user. I'm going to give that user manager capability too, so they can come in and do that. Now that user is just an Active Directory user, so just to show you they don't have to be a native user. You could do the same thing with both native and Active Directory users. User 3 is just going to stay the way it is. So I think that covers some features here of adding Active Directory users to CentreStack. But now I'm going to log in as one of those users. Let's log in as test1 and use that password that I assigned earlier. Okay, here I am. I'm user test1. I've logged into CentreStack. I could see my shared folders that I gave permissions for. And now I could see my files. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's create a folder. So I can add another folder. Just call this My Music. So I can add folders. Let's go back to the side menu here. Let's go to Group Policies. You can see I have the ability to view all this. I could export the policies. Now going to Active Directory, you'll notice that Edit button is no longer there because I did not give this role of manager the ability to edit that. Now here we are in Reports, so you have full control over that as a manager. And that's about it for adding Active Directory users to CentreStack. Hopefully this was helpful. So please share and hit the alarm bell, subscribe, so that we can get more attention on these videos. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a while. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.